What's up, gamers? GamerDad here. This is a guide to help you complete the Week 2 weekly quest, Stage 1 of 2, deal damage to opponents with thrown items. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please hit that button, show me that support as well. Please do use my creator code in your Fortnite item shop. It is GamerDad, all one word, all caps. Thank you for your support. So for this, you need to deal damage to opponents. This does include the high card bosses. I didn't test it, but it sure as heck should. When it doesn't say players, it means not just players, obviously, right? And that's when the bosses can come into play, or NPCs. Now you need to get a total of 200 damage, and it needs to be with thrown items. What are thrown items? Grenades, wild wasp jars, firefly jars, as well as the kinetic boomerang. So, firstly, this is where you can pick up the kinetic boomerang over here at Brutal Bastion from the NPC that's there. As well, you can actually buy firefly jars from Phoenix, who is located right here west of the Citadel. He's on the dock there. I'm not going to show you that location, but one other thing I want to note is to get this damage, one good way if you don't want to hunt, if you're not sure about how to find players, you can use job boards, choose eliminate an enemy player, and then you get a bounty, and you can really hone in on getting that person there. So as well, I said that wild wasp jars, firefly jars are eligible, and here's what you could do if you wanted to come to the bosses. Once they appear in the game, here's what they look like. You could just easily go like this, throw the wasps, throw fireflies if you have them. You can see I already got 160 damage there. Now watch in the corner, 16. And you can see that you kept hearing the ting, ting, and right here, ting, ting, ting. That's the wasps attacking these bosses. I'm sure that if I had already done the challenge at this point and I'm just showing you an alternate option, I have a feeling I could have got all of the damage right there. So this is me actually now starting my tasks or the damage. So I'm going to land here at just north of the northeastern part of Shady Stilts. And whenever I come into this area, I do like to land on this rooftop here. Anytime you land, you want to pay attention to where players are. I was hoping to run that person down and, get some damage on them. Not sure where they went. But within this little area here, there's 2 chests. And you can see that I've just pulled grenades here. So grenades are definitely viable for this challenge. Like I said, there's firefly jars, the wild wasp jars, grenades, and then finally the kinetic boomerang. Now the kinetic boomerang is definitely the easiest way to do this challenge, so I recommend actually just landing at Brutal Bastion and doing this challenge. But as you can see, I threw those grenades there and then just bailed, and I actually nailed 40 damage. Now I'm going to throw one more grenade there because I knew that player was going to chase me, and look, lo and behold, 2 shots on a player that I ended up running away from, and I almost got half the damage required just by using my grenades on this player. Obviously, I had to, be a little more careful there. I got the elimination. Now I'm going to heal up, get my shields up as high as I can. Here's the kinetic boomerang. So you can find the kinetic boomerang in chests. You can find it on one of these mantle pieces, or you can buy it from the NPC over at Brutal Bastion. Now that I've got the kinetic boomerang, I'm going to show you how this is pretty much the best way to do this, because throwing the wasp jars, yes, if you did it for the bosses, that's a pretty... Here's a augment, by the way. Sorry, I'll get back to my conversation there. Getting that wild wasp weaponry augment will give you 2 wild wasp jars in your inventory, and you could use the wasps that way. Otherwise, you can find the wasps in the loot of the dead player or on the ground. And back to what I was saying is you could go after the bosses, and they will spawn randomly all over the map, so you want to pay attention. And they do spawn later in the game, so you can't look for them in the beginning. But I suggest getting the boomerang, and then when you hear a player or see a player, you want to unload on them. So just note that you want to stay back a little bit because you want to use distance as a factor so the other player can't nail damage on you. But as you can see, with the grenade damage I got before and the boomerang damage on that one player there, I'm now at 198 of 200 damage required. So I ended up dying before I could get more damage with the boomerang. So for my last game here, I'm going to land here at Brutal Bastion. I'm going to speak with the NPC who is walking along this left side, or the western side here. I'm going to quickly buy the boomerang. A player is going to happen to drop down. I'm going to go attack them with the boomerang, get my last bit of damage as I eliminate them. Here's Guardian Amara, and my challenge will then be complete. So I do hope that this guide is helpful for you. Please drop a like, leave me a comment, and if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please hit that button, show me that support as well. Please do use my creator code in your Fortnite item shop. It is GamerDad, all one word, all caps. Thanks for your support, good luck with your challenge, and until the next video, This is Gamer Dad.